The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
What up, though? Hey, man, and welcome to the second episode of Jesus Talks with Dez Cortez. If you haven't seen the first episode, it's very important that you do, and we'll share that link with you during the show. But this podcast will be totally different probably from any of the other ones that you've ever seen. This podcast came about from a spiritual experience that I had with, in his words, the one that you call Jesus. And he told me quite a few things that not only surprised me, really opened my eyes to what was really going on here, what was really going on in my life and what was going on in the people around me lives. And one of the things that he also told me was that the things that I'm telling everybody in this podcast will not be new to the people. I'm just reminding people of something that they always known as souls, and that they just needed to recall. So I need you to watch the last episode. Is very important so you can hear the whole story about how this came about. I don't want to talk about it again because that's really not important. The important part is the message. And then as I watched the first show, the end of it kind of got cut off a little bit, and we ended on a part that I really feel like needed to be talked about. And that was the loss of loved ones. I see almost daily people on social media talking about the loss of loved ones and how it basically took a part of their lives. I know some people who you would say have amazing lives, definitely a lot better than some would quote unquote say, but on the inside they're torn down, and it's basically because of the loss of loved ones that was with them. So just let me touch on that before we get back into everything, because the name of the episode is The Non-Physical. So this is what I want to tell you about what Jesus said about what happens after you die. One of the things that we have to understand, first of all, is that we need to get off our high horse of thinking that we make these decisions, or we kill people, or we kill ourselves, any of those things, because as he put it to me, there's no way that a man can kill anything that God made. You go nowhere as far as leaving, as far as not being able to come back. He said, you are an eternal soul. You always have been. You're here for an experience. And when you leave here, you do nothing but go back to what we would call heaven, but what he called the non-physical, because there's so much going on up there. But not only that, he talked about how the non-physical can react and how they're there to help us through our daily lives. And that a person a soul that has moved on can probably work with you more intricately than a soul that's here. So you're so down about losing your mother. You're so down about losing your father. But in reality, they're closer to you now than they have been when they were here. People also need to understand that a lot of the grief that you feel is, to me, okay, like, what I don't understand is how the Bible talks always about person dying, going on to a better place. And we say we believe that wholeheartedly, but at funerals, people flopping around like a fish, you know what I mean? They crying, they can't get it together. It's changing their whole lives forever. And you got a person who might have been here who was sick, who didn't have control of their body, who really needed to go. And they sad about it. They taking it personal, and it's ruining their lives. Because we have a false sense of what happens when you die. You go nowhere, man. You go nowhere. There is no hell. So regardless how you feel about what a person did and what a person didn't do, there is no hell because there is no judgment. So as much as you think that you are better than a person because they're doing this or better than a person because they're doing that, Jesus told me sin only exists as a way for you to feel like you better than somebody else. How about that? How about that? The only reason that you say people sin is so you can feel as if you're better than someone or you can judge someone. And and Jesus told me this too, the fastest way for you to get further away from God is judgment. It's judgment. You aiding in the illusion of separation. We are all one. Everybody is a reflection of God. You are God and you do not go anywhere. He wouldn't let you. You can't. You can kill yourself 1,000 times. Your ass gonna be back here on earth 1,001 times until you learn that.
So,
go ahead, my brother.
I got a question. Mm-hmm. So, what was the name of that movie, Tyrone?
Yeah.
That was kind of on point.
It was exactly on point. He kept coming back to the same situation until he what? Till he learned his lesson.
Until he learned exactly who he was.
Exactly who he was and why that was happening. He said, this is a dream world. You are only here for a short, very short period of time to learn lessons. You don't have to suffer. There is no reason. He put you on here for joy and to feel love and to have experiences. And that's it. All that other shit that y'all putting in the mix is way too much. I just heard a conversation, and I'm sure people won't like me saying this. And a woman, I overheard her saying, yeah, people look down on me because I listen to Kirk Franklin. And I couldn't believe that shit, man. I can't believe that these people think they so holier than thou that they can look down on a person for who they like to listen to. Why have we gotten to the point where we feel like we better than everybody, man? Or that we can be. Or that we're better than this group, better than this group, better than this group. And what y'all don't understand, you can murder 1 million people. Judging those people will get you further away from God. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Wow. I think people don't believe that you can get further away from God as if God wouldn't punish his children like you would punish your kids. Like when
that's the thing.
Yeah, when your child be doing things that don't involve celebrating what you do, you go to your room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about what you just did. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything you were saying, it has the basis of the truth principles, principalities, however they want to put it. But the truth is, no one wants to hear something. They don't even hear because they ain't worked for them yet.
Absolutely.
It ain't worked for them yet. So
And they want to feel like they're better than somebody. Listen, Jesus said God punishes no one. God judges no one. There is no hell except what's in your mind. So stop fearing anything. God can't even understand fear. You know what I mean? He's 100% love. What you're feeling down here is what's in your mind down here. That's it. When you go up to the non-physical, he said you don't see sin. All you see is the souls, and if they need help going up. That's it, man. That's it. All this extra stuff, all this labeling people was meant to happen to keep you separated so we can't come together as one, which we are, and be as strong as we need to be. And I'm going to say the superhero thing too. We the opposite. You got a superhero who wear a mask, got all these superpowers. Know they got these superpowers, but they don't show them. People don't know. They have no idea. But we just the opposite. The rest of the non-physical, the rest of the universe sees our powers and who we are, and we not using them. They like, look at these fools. That's like Superman standing on the edge of a building like he about to fall. And you like, dog, Superman can fly. But he don't know that. And that's us. But he has given us so many indications that we can, but we refuse to believe it because we act as if we want that Bible to regulate our whole lives. And when you do that, for one, Jesus read from more than one book. He talk about it all the time. What would make you feel as if a book that was put together by some of the most violent and, I mean, listen, it was put together by some people who you wouldn't even want to be in a room with.
In the same room, correct.
You wouldn't and probably couldn't because they'd kill you. And they put it together and they used it as a way to make sure they keep you separated, and also to make sure that you feel like it's somebody better than you somewhere, something that you can't get to, that's looking down on you, when that's not the fact at all. And he said in the Bible anyway, he said that the kingdom of heaven is within you. And we looking out here all up in the sky to like the sky daddy and shit, like like throw me these. Like, God never put you here to beg. Are you out your mind? You're a God. Why would you beg? He doesn't want you to beg. He never asked you to praise him. Come on, man. That's earthly shit. Earthly people need people to praise them. Earthly people need people to want to be and want to check. No. That's not how they operate. They operate in pure love. And in pure love, it's unconditional. They do what they do because they're supposed to do it because it's in love. Not because you pray hard or because you can sing well. They don't need your praise. That's for you. For sure. All the buildings, all the cathedrals, all that shit don't mean nothing. It's about what's in your soul. Stop the illusions. And that's coming straight from Jesus, man. I didn't think this stuff before this day. Believe me. These were not things that I thought before this day. And I'm blessed to hear it now because it all makes perfect sense. And I keep seeing my people struggling, man. I keep seeing my people sad, and it's for nothing, man. It's for nothing. It's all basically fake, dog. It's like literally, all right, You got a person who always depended upon their father, and I know a woman like this, and I don't say her name, but she's always depended upon her father her whole life. If she was going to go get a man, she wanted that man to be just like her father. She got divorced. She went back and lived with her father. Her father died, and she was just tore down. She couldn't do anything. She used to like have his pictures all like it was just crazy about how she felt about this man. And she also felt like he deserted her when he died. And she was holding this pain in her heart that her daddy deserted her. What in the whole entire fuck, dog? What puts us in our mindset to do that to ourselves? Really? Deserted you?
That's because when people read the Bible, they take things literal instead of looking at the principles behind it. When people pass, there's a purpose.
Absolutely. And they passed when they were supposed to. And that's what I don't understand too. Because you read the Bible and you say everything happens for a reason. Everything that happens is supposed to happen.
But you don't accept the reason.
But you don't accept the reason?
Do you think a lot of time they don't know the reason?
I think, yeah, flat out.
I mean,
you're not going to accept nothing you don't know.
They just don't know.
But they know they got to do that. They know they got expiration day coming.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's...
So whether
you know
whether it's a reason, how about hypothetically speaking, I was watching a young lady. She caught some larvae, you know what I mean, and watched them go to a cocoon and grow, and they wound up becoming a moth. I did not know, but it was a different type of moth. I did not know it was this many types of moths. One,
right,
and I did not know that. I didn't know that a butterfly is a moth. It just takes a special type of situation to happen for it to be a butterfly.
Come out of chrysalis,
right? But I forgot you zoologists. But almost 82 to 85% of them are just regular white moths.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So again, knowing what type of moth you are, you know what I mean? You have an expiration date.
Yeah.
And no matter how we want to look at it, we just living in it's just time.
But we the type that'll look at the other moth like, damn. He live a couple days more than me. Why he live a couple days more than me?
Exactly.
Instead of worrying about what you supposed to do as a moth. You know what I mean? Why I ain't the pretty as the butterfly? Why ain't this? Why ain't that?
I don't know, boy.
I don't understand. But see, that's the thing. If we understood, and this one thing that he told me, I want everybody to understand. You came here through soul contract. You wrote a contract to be who you are, who you around. You have something that you have to learn on this life. And it's up to you. No one else has power over what you need to do inside of you. Everybody that you said did you wrong, dragging you through the dirt, why God don't love me, why this happened to me. Hey, it happened to you because you made it happen to you. Because you wrote it in the contract so you can become a better and stronger soul. Now you done sit there and you talking about I want to be strong. So you write down this whole workout. I'm going to do this many push-ups. I'm going to do this many sit-ups. I'm going to do this many this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have to tear down my body in order to build it back up. But now you in the middle of the workout and you crying. And you made the workout. When all you got to do is get through it, learn, and let your soul manifest into love. That's it, man. That's it. Stop the other shit. Stop the having to make people think you going to heaven. Stop all that bullshit. It's time out for it, man. He set me straight. It's time out for it. It's time for my people to heal. It's time for my people to understand why they're here so they can keep getting closer and closer to God, because he said he tired of the suffering, man. He tired of the suffering for no reason. And he also tired of the suffering from people who want to back something that they know for a fact was not written in love. Flat out.
You know, kind of not on that. I think it's kind of crazy how You could be at church and be reading from a King James Bible and be mad at the choir director or whomever who live their life a little different than you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and even I'm not a scholar at nothing, but from what I do know, I know that man was
He's a bunch though.
he's a butt chaser.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
I
But not
think that's
only
the thing
that,
about everything. I think
not only that though,
anybody can get grace.
you see what I mean? But if they even thought about stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only that, his best-selling book is about sorcery and witchcraft, even more than the Bible. So know that King James' best-selling book is about sorcery and witchcraft.
And before I lose my point, bro, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
For the people who have lost somebody and trying to get through it and can't figure it out, I get it. I'm going to share something with everybody that my mother shared with me. And it was, don't be so selfish to want that person here with you and not let that person go, because everybody has to be let go eventually. And we not here to discuss, or don't matter what you think about when they left. Mm-hmm. So just be good with what you be. First of all, be a good person in general. And then those memories will hold you tight and keep pushing, man. And
It's true.
let me tell also the people why I'm just sitting here looking stupid and just listening, because I'm on camera. My brother definitely got some insight that I want to hear. I don't always agree. That's why I sit here and be quiet and listen. And this ain't no debate either, so I'm listening and I'm trying to figure it out just like everybody else. So go ahead, bro.
No, thank you. And, no, and we're here for the questions. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, too. Here for all the questions. Here for nothing sounds stupid. You know what I mean? Nothing like that, because it's just that we're in some places where it is a good time for us to understand exactly what's going on. You know? And if you lived your life by the Bible, like if you like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, Jesus is not looking down on you. He understands your soul, and he sees it. If you loving the Bible was in pure love, then it was in pure love, and that's what it was, and it was beautiful to him. But if you used it to, like others have, as reasons to kill,
manipulate people,
reasons to manipulate, ways to keep power, then you're wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
But the thing about it is, when you hear directly from Jesus, it's nothing in it that you can use for that. Because the first thing that you gonna understand is that you nobody. You nobody. You are a part of all that is. All this individualism, I'm this, I'm that, this, that's all ego. That's all ego. And you do need your ego, but we have let our egos take over. We can't do nothing. Oh, you better not do. Oh, bet you ain't gonna do me like that. You ain't gonna do my family like that. You ain't gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, we got this ego problem that we have to get away from, because it has nothing to do with that.
I think that's an issue too. People think that's the only way the ego come about. It's when it's conflict. Now your ego come about
all day. Ego talking to you all day, every day.
Yeah, no matter. So
not to mention the only place.
Check that shit, basically.
Right. There is no ego in the non-physical. There's the only place for the ego is here. The ego has to live within you. And it's gonna fight all it can, not for you to kick it out and understand what it is. Because once it's gone, it's gone. It's dead, it's dead. So the ego gonna do everything it possibly can to fight for you to understand exactly what it is.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to tame that motherfucker.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what, listen.
Or it's gonna get you killed. At least people like me.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kid Drink's album, to pimp a butterfly. You go around, you get these butterflies in your stomach, and a lot of times them butterflies will keep people from doing things that they really need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Fear.
But as Kendrick was trying to say in his album, you can pimp that butterfly. That same one that used to make you scared, and flip it to make it work for you. And that's what we have to understand. These feelings that we're getting are not necessarily what our minds is making it happen to be. Because
also, we can stick to Kendrick. He also said, and I was discussing this with my man Tony last night, niggas got big mouths, but they lack big ideas. Mm-hmm. And when you think about that, man.
That's all it is.
You motherfuckers the first one got their mouth open and don't know shit.
Don't know shit, man.
Ain't said shit.
And we just so ready to just back it up. Like, I'm right. And that's the ego. And then it get to the point where the Bible says, so I know I'm right. Man, listen. The way Jesus talked to me about the Bible, like I said, I wouldn't say, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing in my being that I would have said that. Like, I just would have felt like, not disrespect, because you know the reverence that we have for the book, period. No matter what you think, it's the reverence for. So I would have never thought that about it or understood it as that. But I love the fact that he came in letting me know, like, no, listen, the Bible got y'all fearing God. And that's the last thing you need to do off rip. God does not understand. So the first thing is, stop fearing God. He don't want you to fear him, flat out. So all that, and he pointed to one of the first things you seeing is he killed his son for your sins. He said, man, like, dog, like, if you could really,
hey, people, this is this is what I'm talking about. Where you just learn to be quiet, even if you disagree. And a lot of times you may not disagree, you just don't understand. And so I'll just keep spitting, but I'm just letting people know why I'm just sitting here.
Oh, right.
You know,
I forgot what I was saying. Shit, you know how my mind. What was I talking about? You know how my mind work.
You mess with the wrong person, because I'll be the same with that one.
Yeah. Damn. See, I don't forgot. I got so much in my mind, that's that I can't. So,
oh, you saying how don't fear God?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So he said in the first thing that he doesn't listen. He doesn't want you to fear anything. First of all, this shit ain't even real down here. First of all, so it ain't really in the fear. So think about it like this: you see a kid and they playing a video game, and they piss off. I mean, they throwing the controllers, they mad, they yelling at the TV, and you like, hey man, chill out. That shit is not real.
But let me ask you a question. When you talking about the ultimate, not authoritarian, but your maker pretty much, and your decider, wouldn't it be some fear there? You know what I mean? Almost like your mother or your, it's.
See,
they come up and they teach you something. It's.
But see, that's the thing.
I'm a fear moms. Well, we call it fear, but it's really respect.
See, that's the thing. We got fear mixed in with like reverence. You know what I mean? Like, fear, man. I mean, I'm really trying to say how he said it. You know what I mean?
Or say how you understood it.
Yeah, I understood it as just fear doesn't exist. Only here.
I can understand that kind of.
Yeah, and that the way that we go forth in living our lives is like we're scared. We're scared to go to hell, which don't even exist. There's nothing you can do on this world that will change who you are to God.
I dig that. But I also say that I use the Bible as a guideline almost like a timeline, guideline to get me through certain situations and overcome certain things spiritually when you don't necessarily know they're spiritual. And you can, like, I guess maybe you know what the Dunning-Kruger effect is?
I don't think so.
You know what the Dunning-Kruger effect is, bro?
No.
I can paraphrase it, but by chance, can you get the definition?
How you spell it?
It's literally Dunning. Oh, I got you.
Dunning?
Dunning, like D-O-W-N-I-N-G.
Oh, down.
I'm saying it wrong. I think that's
You
the
heard
way
if I forget what I was about to say. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
But then that's going to tie into, I think we think we had this perspective like we know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we had no idea, basically.
But see, that's
So you come through that peak and valley of, you think you know something, and then you find out that, damn, I ain't really know shit. And then that's when you kind of go back up the ladder and find truth, real.
But see, that's what he was trying to get me to understand. He want us to stop looking for truth outside of us. He's saying we don't need a book. We don't need a preacher. We don't need no middleman. All we need is what's inside of us. We have everything that we need there. And if we look more inside of us, then we'll find the answers to all those questions that we asking.
It said that the Dunning-Kruger effect describes how people with low ability or knowledge in a specific area tend to overestimate their competence. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I'm talking about. So, when I was referencing that back to the book, you put that kind of with the lean out on your own understanding and trying to just make some sense of what we doing out here.
But see, that's the thing, though. Like, he want us to understand that we don't even have to feel like that, because if we're in meditation, if we're in reverence, if we're just like living in love and trying to get better, those things will happen for us. We have spirit guides. We have a higher self that's helping us to understand what we need to learn. But we have to understand that it's inside of us first. Now, if you want to go read the Bible to help what you know what I mean, that okay, cool. But we have to understand that when we need to find something, that we can find it right here.
I think that's maybe what I was going to, like, if it wasn't for that teaching from the Bible, coming up, being the person that I know I am, or the person that I know I probably could have been, a lot of that was because the way it shaped my life was because of fear of God.
But, okay.
Because
but also,
it was a lot of decisions I would have made
but
differently.
See, but
it was not for the fear of God.
But you can't. Well, okay, cool. But you have to also understand, like, you can't say that you understand what it would be like not to. You know what I mean? So
no.
You don't know. But look though. You don't even know if you would have been in them same type of situations if you would have looked inward. Like, for real. Like,
no, I get you.
People have.
Absolutely.
Like,
I understand.
We have no idea, because no matter what it says in the Bible, like, if I'm doing what he says I need to do, everything else is gonna fall into play. And that's why he's saying we making this shit so difficult on ourselves. It's not difficult. It's very, very easy.
I think the religion alone fucked it all up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
That through
Absolutely.
the first tainted type, you just fucked up right there.
Yeah.
That's what he said the whole time he was on
You
earth.
fucked up.
He was telling people that it was not about religion. He said he never ever said that.
But we have to be careful. No matter how we want to put it, terminology would dictate your outcome.
Absolutely.
If the language is a bastard, it's the bastard mentality. And if you have a bastard mentality amongst people, and again, if people believe in Babylon, where when once it fell, everybody spoke different languages, that means they had different meanings. That means that no one was on one accord of a belief system. Now, a belief system is not religious. It just belief means understanding. But have to have understanding of what's going on because beliefs are being proven. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy that you said it because he said belief system a few times.
Yeah, so a belief.
That's where religion comes in. When you got to understand, and you got to understand, and I got to understand. And
but it's all to
I'm calling it this, you calling yours
create
this, and you calling yours this.
Separation and chaos.
Absolutely.
All to create separation.
I mean,
bullshit.
Absolutely bullshit.
I mean, but that's everything. Like you got people just fighting over red and blue.
That's what I'm saying.
It go
but
down
that's
to the
what I'm saying.
From the rooter to the tutor.
I mean, shoot. And I was in a play, and I remember wanting to. I had a conversation my character with a lady in play, and she said, "Shoot, people always gonna find something to fight about. If they get rid of everything, shit, they'll be fighting over who left-handed and who right-handed." I remember that line, and that's true because we are packed full of the illusion of separation. That's the only way they can keep us from getting to be who we need to be. We have to feel like we're better than somebody, but not only do we have to feel like
further.
Yes,
yeah.
We have to say that we're different. We have to say that this person is different. This person different. This person. I wouldn't do this. You know what I mean? Like we have to have those things happening. We have to cast judgment. We have to do this in order for us to be right in this. When that's so far from the truth. It's so far from the truth. All that Jesus died for my sins and all. Hey man, Jesus said he said that's ridiculous. And that's crazy, bro. I would have never, ever said that in my life. He said that's ridiculous. He said, would you send your son to go die for something that somebody else did? Absolutely not. That's not love. That's not love. Anything that is not of love and is of fear, take it out your mind.
Yeah, most definitely. But I think the thing is more probably is the most unbelievable is the ones that's more logical to most people, because if they can't fathom seeing it or touching it or doing it themselves,
yeah,
they look at like.
But see, that's the thing too. And people been praying to Jesus and this and that and this and that. Hey man, Jesus real as hell, like real, like here all the time. But what I'm saying is stop that shit. Like really, man, like really pray to him in reverence. But people, again, they scared, man. They scared of all this shit. I'm gonna get a hex put on me. I'm gonna do this. Man, all that shit is fear. Can't nobody do nothing to you but what you want them or allow them to do, flat out. And you can't do nothing to nobody else what they want you to do and what they allow you to do, flat out. It don't work like that. That ain't what it is. You have total control. You are a God, a direct fragment from God. You got to start living like it, and that's in love. And God never, ever casts judgment. There is no punishment. There is no sin. It's only error. I never forget that, what he said. There is no sin. It's only error. If you talk about like the mic drop comments that he said, that was one of them. That was one of them. Because people still thinking about sins they committed 15 years ago.
And they stuck on it.
And I'm a bad person, man. I'm so horrible. Hey, man, everything that you did in the past, you were supposed to do.
Well, it was thanks to your
from it for sure.
Thanks to last Sunday, what I told somebody Wednesday was, forget everything I ever done.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Watch me as I do, because it needs to get done. I said, never mind my records, my old records, never mind my TV show, never mind none of my accomplishments. Watch me work. And they were like, wow, that's something to say. I said, no, it's a lot to say, because people, even when you do good in the past, they say it's old.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yet again, they still honor Malcolm X, Martin Luther King.
Whoever they want.
God, yeah. But those people in particular has been put in place due to their religion. Mm-hmm. You feel me? It has nothing to do.
Yeah, man.
Who they were.
Do they like, because that means it was a certain way that they went about it, and if they can keep people in that same slighted mentality,
Absolutely.
they can always control them.
Hey man, I just think everything in the world is pointing to what Jesus was saying. Like, like I don't even understand how people could even think that I could have a change of thought or change, like people asking me certain questions and different things like this, and I got some of the questions that people asked. I wrote them down just so I can have them. But people always talk about they hear from Jesus, and they got this Bible and they dead set on it. But when I tell them I just heard from Jesus, they like, yeah, right,
right, yeah.
Well, Mom told me, I guess you can call them frequencies or whatever, or levels on the, everybody ain't hearing the same thing all the time at the same time. And now the reason why I'm really keen on that and remember that so much, I came in, this was like 2014, right before Trump got in office. And I was coming in, I was bitching about Trump, blah, 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 blah. And my mom, she cut me off and was like, yeah, God told me to vote for Trump. And I said, the fuck? I said, well, Mom, you took me to church. I thought we was talking to the same person. He didn't tell me no shit like that. So, and she looked me dead in my face and said, maybe you need to talk to him again. And I said, damn. And I went my ass upstairs. I ain't think nothing about it. I came back down, and she went back to it. She said, Lord told me it's time for it's time for exposure.
I'm about to say,
yeah.
It's time for exposure, right?
2020.
This was
14.
Yeah, this was before.
Oh, it was 14?
This probably when you probably first came down the damn escalator. I mean, this was then.
Right.
So all that happened. Stupid motherfucker won, and I was sitting there on the porch, man, and I just thought about it. I'm like, damn. Shit just started really falling like bricks. Like I said, shit started being exposed from every which way.
Absolutely.
No matter where it came. I mean, I was fucked up. I was like, damn.
So,
you know what I mean?
That's one of the best ways to look at it.
But that's wild.
And that's a perfect thing to talk, because Jesus even talked to me about Judas. And I don't know if I said this last time, but he said Judas had a hard time after he did what he did, because everybody was shitting on him. You know what I mean? Everybody like, you killed Jesus, you did this, you did that, you sold him for money. So his name was trash. Ain't nobody out here named Judas. But look, Jesus said this.
Oh, you said that. Yeah.
Judas is his friend. And if Judas didn't do what he did, we would not know Jesus as who he is today.
No.
So we have to understand people are here to play their role.
Listen, so when I went in the house and I told Mom about my epiphany that I had, like, I see what you were saying, like, that, it might not be a good thing, but I see what you were saying, like, I'm tripped out, like, damn, you said this. And she looked me dead in my face again and said, everybody got a job to do, Doug. It's not your place to tell God.
Not your place, man.
In this position to do whatever. That's on him to make them decisions.
All day.
And I just said,
and we just put it on our and we put it on ourselves, like we supposed to be the ones judging these people.
Again, from what you say is, voting is nothing but just judgment.
Absolutely.
And all the way through the whole thing. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing it because he did this, he did this, right? Mm-hmm. What you're saying to me, I told you here home in the beginning, but I had this premonition years ago. Mm-hmm. I said, why we gotta vote on something that's good?
Why do we have to vote on something that's good?
Yeah, because things that's good don't need no type of validation. Mm-hmm. Like I told people, if you see it advertising on TV, don't eat it. If you see it being advertised on television, do not buy it.
That's probably.
You ain't seen about, oh man, we got these good old apples down here. You don't see things that God get the earth advertised. Mm-hmm. And that's what I try to tell people.
That's cool.
I told people this years ago. I said, if the day you start seeing things that are good being advertised, things has truly changed.
And that's some shit. I never thought about that.
I mean, but that's what it is.
Shit.
But it's the illusion that they have to keep feeding us.
Yes.
And that's all we've been eating off of is illusions, man.
How in the world a grocery market got a health section? You would think that everything in that
Everything that be supposed to be healthy.
is supposed to be healthy.
Yeah.
I walked, and there's no lie, this is just 2 days ago. I walked in the Kroger's and I smelled nothing but death.
Mm-hmm.
Only because I looked around and said, nothing in this bitch in here good for you.
Wait till you stop eating meat. Wait till you see how it smell when you stop eating meat.
Oh, yeah. Well, I slowed down drastically and I know the smell already
Man,
because I
bro.
stopped eating meat for almost like damn near 8 months, right?
Man.
And
Especially pork, like that shit smell to me. I almost
vomit.
Man.
But so right now I go to Muslim markets. I go to halal meat markets, right? Because they slaughter the animals with no type of tension or stress.
Which is very important.
They take the blood off.
Yeah, just stress free. Because I remember the first time I ever tried the halal meat thing with the Eastern market, they just opened up the first like halal center over there, and then he's like, "So you want lamb?" I said, "Yes, I want to buy half of half one. I give you a good deal for a whole one." He said, "I'm gonna show you 3 or 4. You two, look at his eyes, no worms, no look." He said, "Just grab the rope for the one you want." I said, "Cool." I grabbed it. He said, "Nice, isn't it?" He stood over and said, "He said, this the one you want?" He said, "I said, yeah." He said, "Step back about 4 feet." I said, "Okay."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "What the?" He said,
That may be.
He said, "No pain."
No, stress gets into the blood,
Bloodstream,
which gets
adrenaline.
into your food.
Yeah, exactly.
You
That's-
also get pus. You also get memories. You get a bunch of shit from meat. I'm sorry.
No, that's I don't eat fish like from these fish markets and shit. And it's pretty much because we was raised, in the fish market where that shit was alive.
Yeah.
You had to literally
When you came
chase
and got
your
it,
fish
yeah.
down and
They
on
killed
that
your shit right there.
You had to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
your eye on that motherfucker. It was swimming with the rest of them.
Now they just be like that.
Yeah, now that motherfucker
Oh,
just laying on
you don't
ice
know how
and
long
shit.
they
I don't
been
want
dead.
that shit.
You don't know how long
that
they-
bullshit.
So it's just
definitely-
certain things we have to really look at.
Yeah.
And plus, Muslims will never kill their own people.
Absolutely. I mean,
They might bomb them, but they ain't gonna poison them.
but just
you know what I mean? They
But just
won't do it.
still, just the thought that you can go kill a person in the name of God should be absolutely atrocious
Heinous, most definitely.
to anybody who claim that they love God. And it's one thing I also want to say too, for everybody who having a hard problem with this or whatever, Jesus also said this. He said, lay down, relax, clear your mind, and allow him to talk to you. He said, this is the first time he's been able to communicate with us the way that he's able to communicate with us now. That's why we had our conversation. But he also said that he is here to talk and be with anyone. So he's very, very willing to show himself to you. For one, he clearing his name, dog. He clearing his name. And I don't know how y'all think, if we talking about this all-powerful Jesus, that he wasn't going to do that in the first place. Like, what would make y'all think that he was going to allow this to keep happening? All these murders in his name, all these fucking people, kids and shit in the altars and all. You know what I mean, dog? This ain't no one thing that's happened out of the blue. This is something happening all over the world, man.
All the time.
Millions and billions of people have been slaughtered, quote unquote, in the name of Jesus. How long do y'all think he gonna allow that shit to happen?
You're like, don't put that one on me.
He like, don't put none of that shit on me. I ain't say none of that shit, man. I never said I was the son of God more than you was the son of God.
And if they believe scripturally, he even asked God, why have thou forsaken me? Because he didn't know his whole mission.
He didn't. But also know this. He didn't say that he didn't say that.
Right.
But he did say, by the time he was about to get crucified, he already knew how to leave his body.
Yeah.
So the beating and the hanging and all that, he said he didn't even feel that shit. He said he was out of his body by then. I'm out of my body by then. I ain't feel none of that shit, all that. He said, you like the way he like glossed over it, the way we put so much reverence on it and all this, he was like, no, No, y'all got that all wrong.
Because actually, it's kind of deep because you even said it because in the movies it didn't portray him screaming neither. Even when they nailed him, and he was still like,
man. He said he ain't even feel it, man. He said he wasn't even there. Consciously, he wasn't even there. He had been gone. That's what he said.
But even when he was getting whipped and all that, he said it was like checked out.
He can leave his boat. But what he's also trying to tell everybody is you can do it
the same
too. That's what he's saying. Like y'all, like why are y'all acting as if y'all scared to be like me when I'm trying to tell you who you are? You are on the same plane. When he was on earth, he was a man just like you. Guess what else he told me? It's gonna shock y'all people who swear that y'all Christian scholars. He said that him and Mary had premarital sex. Oh my God, not Jesus.
And so let's get this straight.
Oh my God.
I'm talking about Mary Magdalene.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, not Jesus. Yes, he did. He said all this monogamy and all that. Like he said he never ever preached that. It's not about that. And now we put these things like soon as somebody do something, have sex with this person, now this person a bad person. Somebody get pregnant, oh, this little slut bitch. You know what I mean? Like we just take all of that and just literally start judging people immediately.
I mean, but he did tell me, in the one story in the Bible, he was fucking with the hoe and shit. Mm-hmm. And, Jesus walked up like, thou without seeing cast the first stone, you dumb dickheads.
What?
And everybody was looking at each other like they was stupid.
Yeah, because y'all judging this woman and you are this woman. Mm-hmm. You have to understand, you have to treat everybody as if they are you because they are. My grandma she used to always say this, the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them done unto you. These motherfuckers swear they love the Bible, but don't nobody do that shit. And the reason that they don't do that shit is because they saying, judgment, God gave me right to judge this person. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here. It's time out. It's time out, dog. It's time for us to move on. It's time for us to be strong. It's time for us to really see who Jesus is. Oh yeah, he does say this. He gets all your prayers. He gets all your prayers. So when you praying to Jesus, when you talking to Jesus, ask him. Ask him is what I'm telling you correct. Ask him is the Bible what it is. Ask him, because I promise you he gonna tell you. Because through this experience, I have realized just how real the non-physical is. Matter of fact, I have realized that it is more real than this dream that we're in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in a school for souls. And you set this school up so when you come out, you'll be stronger. You'll be a better soul because of what you learned. Time doesn't even exist on no other plane other than this. There is no hell. Stop being scared. You ain't going there.
You in it.
You in it. Absolutely. That's what Jesus said. He said, this is the worst place that you're going to be in your whole life as a soul. This is the place that you don't want to be, or not don't want to be, but this is the place that's fucked up the most. Because everywhere else, you don't even have these type of things. You know what I mean? There is no justice in heaven because they don't need that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't exist.
So does the non-physical have trannies?
Hey, boom. That's what he said. He said, first of all, they have no sex. He said they don't even see sex up there as far as male, female, whatever. It is masculine and it is feminine. But he said the reason that there is so much of what we think is trans, he said it's getting us prepared to understand that really there is like no sex. Mm-hmm. You are who you are. You have sex with who you want to have sex with. You do it. There is none. In heaven and other places, there is no sex.
Or what they call heaven.
The non-physical, right. Yes. There is no type of sex. There is nothing. It's all about what's in your heart. It ain't got shit to do with who you want to fuck. At all.
Because it sounds like non-physical don't even have beards and all long hair and stuff like that.
But I think they do. You know what I mean? And we'll get into that further on because as he was talking about it, but I really do think that they do.
I don't see two men kissing each other in a non-physical.
No, they don't have them type of relationships.
Got you.
Yeah, no.
You said you can love who you want.
No, it ain't that type of. It's a being. I mean, it's a all love relationship. Period. Up there anyway. So it's just one of me. You never know. So you could have a loved one, and let's just say y'all ignited, and in one life you was the man. And she was a woman, and y'all might go back after y'all non-physical flip back, and when y'all come to other people, you be the woman. I mean, you know what I mean? It's hard to go.
Damn, I don't want to think about that. Okay.
You was definitely a woman before in the life.
Yeah,
but Jesus also said that he has been a woman. Like he has done that also. The reason that he comes as a man right now is because that's what we listen to. That's what's happening on this plane. But he has incarnated as a woman for sure.
Wow. Okay.
So and that was something that was wild too. Like that was wild too. But he said that's getting us prepared for us to understand in the non-physical and in heaven, as you get out of your body and closer to that type of shit don't even matter. Everybody is just who your consciousness is, what your soul is, how dope you are on the inside, how much love you have.
Got you.
And that's just it. All that other shit is left on here on earth. What did Kendrick say? What happens on earth stays on earth?
That's what he said.
He was telling her that for a reason, because it does.
So when we say non-physical, it doesn't necessarily could be out there. It could be actually outside the door too. Like we don't know how the realms are split.
And that's what he said. We all living in a soup. It's tons of stuff happening right around us that we just can't see. We're not tuned to those frequencies.
I don't think we know shit.
No, we don't know shit at all. But listen, he's trying to get our mind ready so we can learn this shit. We can't learn this shit if we're scared.
Yeah,
flat out.
For sure.
You can't. If you scared that Jesus gonna send you to hell or whatever, you can't learn the shit that you need to learn. And that's what he's trying to show us now. He's about to teach us so many things, but the first thing that we have to do is get out of our minds of fear. The second thing we have to do is get out of our minds that this is us. Like all we are is this body. This body is nothing. And that's why he said he really died on the cross. That's why he said he really was crucified, because he wanted to show the disciples that this body was nothing. And he reincarnated and made himself another body. And we can all do the same. And he was trying to show them that, but fear held them back from doing it. So,
man, what that after? Well, I don't know, man. How much more a motherfucker got to do to show me who they are? They done already showed me. Like, let's say you was I mean, let's use nowadays. Like you said, you can hit the ball 500 motherfucking feet. But then yet you do it, right? And then let's say something else, man. I can catch 10 fish at one time. You do it. How many more times you gonna have to show me some shit like that before I say, I better just shut the fuck up and listen?
Exactly.
What type of motherfuckers was these people, man? Like, it sounded like he was hanging around.
But man, bro, he talked a lot about the people he was around, but they just didn't. You know what I mean? They just didn't understand. He said Mary, and he was married to Mary. I want to let y'all know that too. And he's also, and this is one thing that I really want y'all to know before we go. He is absolutely tired of us not understanding and taking advantage of the women in our society. The divine feminine,
double,
is missing.
We need to drop some of the bombs on that motherfucker.
All he talked about was how much he loved Mary and how the things that he did went through, about how she thought about it or whatever, and how he wanted his family to be. So people got to understand that, man. He was a man who had a real life and who loved his wife and his kids. He had kids too. So I know this gonna be hard for y'all, and it's just so much that I really need to say. and we'll get it in next episodes or whatever. And I'm also gonna have a few people on who also may be able to help me with as I did my research on the internet.
Might know what they talking about because I don't know shit.
Yeah. And that's good that we don't know shit. You got to be a vessel.
I'm the first one to tell you.
And look, my new saying is, I don't know shit. I just understand a lot.
That's your quote.
That's what I live by. Period.
You got a quote you want to end on?
Love yourself. Get in touch with your spiritual, and love God.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all, man. I appreciate everybody watching again. Like I said, we're going to have the link for the first episode. I couldn't get to the questions that I was asked, but we will do that next time. So how I will end every single last episode here, and this is how I used to end it before. Do whatever you can to find the God in you. And fuck fear. We out.
Sure.